It is February 26, 2024, and I have a 4% best bet winner for you tonight. Guaranteed winner. We cashed in on one of these on Saturday. You want to hear this one? Let's go. What's up, guys? It's your boy Noble Living back with another DYF Bets video where I'm breaking down my favorite picks and plays of the day as we just try to get to the bag together and make some money. Now, it was an all-right weekend for us in DYF Bets family. On Friday, we went 1 and 2. NBA plays, we just have not been able to get it right coming back from the All-Star break. Scotty Barnes, PNR, didn't hit. Trae Young didn't hit. But we did cash in on Nevada's spread. Shout out to college basketball for getting it done for us there. And then on Saturday, I gave you guys one pick, one 5% best bet, because some days it just requires you just to take one winner, and that's all you got to do. And we cashed it on every number. TCU 3.5 on the spread, but that spread went all the way up to 6. They covered every number. No sweat bet there on TCU. And tonight I'm gonna run it back because I have a 4% winner in college basketball that I love. I've been in traffic all morning, so I have not had the ability to dive into the books as much as I wanted to. But if you do want some of my other plays I'm gonna have throughout the day, click the link in the description, join the free Discord group. But what I'll also do is I'm gonna pin a few plays a little bit later to the comments. So come back to this channel a little bit before time starts, and there should be a few more plays. All right, my friends? But here is my 4% best bet winner for you guys today. Let's go. So I'm heading to a marquee matchup tonight, and you know what? Earlier in the season, if we heard that these two teams were going to be facing off at this time of the year, I think we would be expecting a little bit of different battle, maybe like a heavyweight showdown, but it doesn't look like we're going to get that this season as we've got UNC taking on Miami, and this Miami team has been a shell of their former selves. They recently lost 6 straight games in a row, and because of that, they're not really even in the NCAA tournament contention anymore. I mean, if they win out and win the ACC tournament, then obviously they have a chance, but it's literally going to take that at this point for them to get into the tournament. And at this point, the value is not even there between these two teams because UNC's 14-point favorites on the spread. Am I going to lay 14 points to the UNC? I don't think so at home, but I think the angle that we can exploit today is UNC's team total over 83.5, minus 125 odds. I love this, and depending on where you get this number at, I'm sure it might bump up to 84.5. You can play that at like minus 105, maybe plus money. Minus 110 would probably be the most I would pay that at, but I would pay for this 83.5 juice. And let me show you guys why I really like it. Let's dive into the board real quick. We've got Miami here. As you can see, they're 15 and 13 on the year. And like I mentioned, they've lost 6 straight games in a row. But let's look at some of the scores recently from this Miami team. They lost this game to Boston College, 85-77. They lost at home to Duke. Okay, it's Duke. We get it. 84-55. But then they lose to Georgia Tech, 139th ranked in KenPom, 80-76. And now you're telling me they've got to face a UNC team that dropped 75 points on them at their place? And UNC only has to score about 6 to 7 more points to get to the 83.5 number. I think that I like that, considering this team was ranked 135th in defensive efficiency, and then they have a tempo of 120, and guess what? UNC likes to play fast as well. Let's look at UNC's number real quick, 45th in tempo. So for me, I think that UNC is going to be able to drop that amount of points. KenPom has them scoring 84 points, which I like as well. And then another factor that I like here, UNC shoots the ball well from deep, but they don't shoot the ball that well from 2-point range. But guess what? Miami, they don't defend the 2-point range that well. So let's dive into an additional number real quick. You guys know I'm going to go to my favorite site here, Team Rankings. And I just want to see real quickly how many points per game is Miami giving up and how many points is UNC scoring on the season per game. North Carolina here, let's type in Carolina. Boom, 81.8 points per game they've been scoring. That's 21st in all of college basketball. Over the last 3 games, 76.3 points per game. But keep in mind, one of the teams that they played in that stretch was Virginia. So you got to take that as an outlier with a grain of salt. 89.6 points per game are they averaging at home. I absolutely love to see that. Now let's go back to North Carolina here. We can look at some of their recent home games. They dropped 96 on Virginia Tech. They dropped 80 on Clemson. Oh, 76. That was a loss there. Okay. 93 on Duke. Let's look at this. 85 on Wake Forest. Let's look at this. 86 on Louisville. And these are teams that are much better defensively than Miami. As you can see, like I mentioned, 135 in defensive efficiency. And Miami's scoring defense, I mean, they're okay. They're not the opponent's points per game. Let's look at Miami here. They're averaging as 194th in all of college basketball, 73.2 points per game. Over the last 3 games, 83 points per game. But this is it too. They give up about 7 more points per game on the road than they do at home. Again, look at that home game where the UNC dropped 75. How many more points do we need them to score today? About 7 or 8. And Miami's on the road. And that, my friends, is my best bet of the day. UNC to score over 83.5 points. I do think that this game does go over the 154.5 total. But the way Miami's been looking, and I see some sharps on UNC minus 14, makes sense, because when you get a weird line like this right now in college basketball, it's kind of more the chance that you do take it. But Miami does have what it takes to hang around. I could see UNC dropping 100 on these guys. So I'm just going to isolate it to UNC on the team total, just in case this does become a blowout and the final score is like 90-16, then we don't get over the 154 points. So let's just go with UNC team total over 83.5 as the POD 4% best bet winner that I'm giving you guys today. I am sorry that I don't have more picks and plays right now. There's a few NBA things I've been looking at. Amon Thompson's rebounds over 5.5 looks pretty intriguing against a Knicks team, but that does play a lot of defense, and he had 7 rebounds against them last time, and he's gone over that about 80% of the times where he's played 25 minutes or more. I've been looking at that a little bit, but I'm sure I'm going to have a few other ones that I do like for sure. So if you want those, make sure you come back a little bit later to the pinned comments so you can grab those plays or join the free Discord group. Appreciate y'all. If you do have a winner, shoot, let me know, because as always, I'm always looking to tell you guys. Appreciate y'all. We'll be back tomorrow with another full video. Let's make some money tonight. UNC, let's handle business, dictate your fate, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Later, gang.